At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu. With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Have you ever felt that pull? You know, that deep desire to just escape all the noise, get away from it all, find a fresh start somewhere quiet, maybe out in nature.
Oh, definitely. It's a really common fantasy, that peace and quiet.
It is, right.
Mm-hmm.
But what if that quiet place isn't quiet? What if nature, the very thing you went to for solace, turns out to have its own plans, terrifying ones?
Yeah, that taps into something primal, doesn't it? The feel that the ground under your feet isn't just dirt and rock, but something aware, something ancient, maybe not friendly.
Exactly. And that really unsettling idea is what we're digging into today. We've got this chilling story from a YouTube transcript. It's called Whispers of the Mountain.
Right.
And our mission basically is to unpack this thing. It starts out hopeful, you know, new beginnings, all that, but it just spirals down into this psychological, maybe supernatural ordeal. It really pushes that line, that thin boundary between what's real and what's a total nightmare.
Yeah. And the source material, like you said, it's mainly this narrative from a YouTube channel, Demon Draven Ravenscroft. It details this couple's experience seeking sanctuary way out there.
So what we want to do is pull out the most unsettling bits, the insights from this story. We're looking at how a place, a setting, can almost become a character itself, a hostile one.
And how fear messes with your head, how it warps everything you see and hear.
Yeah, and what happens when the earth itself seems to wake up with bad intentions. So, are you ready to get into this? It's pretty dark.
As ready as I'll ever be, I suppose. Let's do it.
Okay, so the story centers on James and Clara. James, he's described as the pragmatic one, like stability, routine.
Grounded.
Right. And Clara, she's almost a decade younger, more impulsive, looking for adventure, that kind of thing. The source calls them a volatile mixture. You can kind of see why.
That contrast is important, I think. It sets things up. They weren't just buying a house. They were running from something, the city chaos, they called it, looking for solace, peace, solitude.
On this old, abandoned mountain property, way out there.
And that search for sanctuary, especially for two people wired so differently, it kind of makes them vulnerable, doesn't it? They're already a bit off balance as a unit.
And it feels like the mountain was just waiting. The description, even before they get there, is super ominous. The peak loomed. There was this fog clinging to it like a shroud.
Yeah, jagged peaks. Even the cabins were creaking, the trails overgrown. It's like the place itself is whispering warnings.
It's not just describing the scenery, is it? It's like establishing the mountain as a character right away.
Exactly. That fog, the staring shuttered windows on the house, these aren't just details, they're cues. Signals that this place is watching. It's not neutral ground.
So they arrive. It's a cold autumn afternoon. The house is run down but seems solid. Stone walls covered in moss, those shuttered windows.
And Clara, she sees all this slightly creepy setup, and she's instantly like, it's perfect. She's seeing the dream, the solitude.
But James, he's immediately uneasy. He says it's remote, too remote. That clash right there between her excitement and his gut feeling, it's instant tension.
That's classic. Her optimism makes her ignore the warning signs, while his caution is like an early alarm bell. It shows how their own minds are going to filter whatever happens next.
Okay, so they move in. The first few days are normal enough, trying to make the place livable, fixing things, cleaning.
Yeah.
You know, the usual stuff.
But then night falls, and the source mentions this unsettling feeling creeping in, the wind howling outside. It starts to sound like maybe it's carrying whispers, not just wind sounds.
Right, that's when things start to shift. And the psychological part really kicks in.
On the third night, Clara wakes up. She hears this sound. Faint, muffled, like a soft humming. Far off, but it doesn't stop.
And then she sees something.
or thinks she does.
She glances out the window, sees shadowy figures moving between the trees, but when she blinks, they're gone. Fleeting. Easy to dismiss.
So she tries to, right? Tells herself, it's just the wind. Uh-huh. But the feeling, that unease, it doesn't go away. The source says it clings to her. It sticks.
And James's reaction the next morning.
Totally pragmatic, shakes his head, says it's just the house settling, old house noises, standard explanation.
Oh, it wasn't just a one-off for Clara.
No. The humming comes back the next night. Louder this time, more persistent. It keeps her awake, and her mind starts racing with dark theories.
That repetition is key, isn't it? It wears you down, makes it harder to rationalize.
Absolutely. And it wasn't just the humming. Over the next few weeks, other strange things start happening. Little things.
Like what?
Objects moving slightly, an old mirror swinging a tiny bit on its own, a door that was latched suddenly creaking open, shadows dancing right at the edge of her vision.
Subtle stuff, not like a ghost throwing plates, but insidious. Designed to make you question your own mind.
Precisely. And James, he keeps writing it off. He thinks she's just stressed, maybe the move, the isolation.
Which, in a way, makes it worse for her, right? Because she's experiencing this stuff, but he's unintentionally gaslighting her. It makes her feel even more alone with it.
Yeah, it isolates her. And then the nightmares start. Really vivid, disturbing ones. She dreams she's trapped deep inside the mountain, hearing voices calling her name, those whispers echoing in her head.
Oh, wow. So the mountain isn't just outside anymore.
Ow.
It's getting inside her head, into her subconscious.
It seems like it. It's like her inner world is starting to reflect this external threat. Dreaming of being trapped in the mountain. That feels like foreshadowing, like the mountain wants to consume her.
Things get visibly worse for Clara then.
Yeah. James finds her out on the porch one day, just staring. Pale, eyes looking, vacant. And she whispers, I feel like I'm losing my mind, like something is here with us.
How does James react to that? Still skeptical.
He tries to comfort her, but the source says even he is unsettled now. He sees the darkness in her eyes. The doubt is starting to creep in for him, too.
So the skeptic starts to waver.
It's the turning point, because soon after, James starts experiencing things himself. Shadows in the periphery, hearing footsteps when no one's there. He even catches his reflection and sees this look of fear, despair that he doesn't recognize as his own.
Whoa. Okay, so it's not just Clara anymore. It's becoming shared.
Exactly. And when it's shared, it's harder to dismiss as just one person's stress or imagination. It validates Claire's terror and suggests there really is something external, something malevolent affecting both of them.
And then there's a specific moment where they both experience the same thing.
Yes. One night, James wakes up. He hears this faint singing, a haunting lullaby, it says, seeming to come from the woods outside. He asks Clara, maybe thinking he imagined it, but she heard it too. Her face is just pure terror, and she murmurs, it's like the mountain is alive.
That shared moment, confirming the supernatural. That must have been terrifying. No more doubt.
None. The mountain isn't just scenery anymore. It's active. It's reaching out. And a lullaby. That's deeply unsettling, like something predatory trying to soothe its prey.
Okay, so now they both know something is deeply wrong. What do?
They decide they have to get out. Immediately. The next morning, they're frantically packing, just desperate to escape the place. You can imagine the panic.
Finally, they're leaving.
Well, they tried to. They get in the car, turn the key, and nothing. The engine just sputters and dies, like the source says, as if something is holding it back.
Oh no, the classic can't escape trope. The car won't start.
Yeah. Their escape route is blocked. It confirms the mountain, or whatever it is, has agency. It wants them there. It's trapping them physically now.
So they're forced back inside the house.
They have to go back. And as they do, the atmosphere changes. The air gets thick and oppressive. The house itself feels like it's closing in, the walls whispering in a language they couldn't understand.
Just awful. And the nightmares.
They get worse. That night, it's like their nightmares merge. Clara dreams she's being buried alive by the mountain, feeling roots and rocks pressing in. James dreams he's lost in this absolute darkness, this void, screaming for help, but no sound comes out.
God, so they wake up from that.
Yeah, drenched in sweat. And they finally understand it hits them both. This mountain isn't just land, it's alive, it's ancient, and it's malicious.
James says, we have to get out, even though they know the car failed.
And Clara just replies, completely hopeless now. The mountain won't let us go. That's it. Game over, almost. The psychological horror has fully become this physical, inescapable prison.
And then things escalate physically. The house itself.
Oh yeah, it's the climax. Suddenly, the whole house starts shaking violently, as if possessed, the narrative says. Walls are cracking open.
And through the cracks.
They see glimpses of this huge, shadowy, sprawling underground cavity. It's described as the mountain's very core.
The core of the mountain. And is there something in it?
Yes. They see figures down there, grotesque shapes with hollow eyes, beckoning them, calling them down with these silent, terrible promises. It's the monster revealed, basically, showing its true nature, its hunger.
And in the middle of all this chaos, they find something.
Amidst the debris from the shaking house, they find an old journal. Hidden away somehow.
Let me guess. It explains everything.
Pretty much. The pages are filled with horrible stuff. Descriptions of rituals, hearing voices, sacrifices. It lays out this dark history. They realize the mountain has always been like this, a place where suffering and madness were ritualized.
So they weren't the first. They just stumbled into this ongoing cycle of horror.
Exactly. It confirms the mountain's ancient evil. They're just the latest victims. It makes their situation feel even more doomed, more inevitable.
So they're reading this horrifying journal. The house is falling apart around them.
And the torment ramps up even more. Those whispers turn into actual screams. Shadows are physically reaching for them. The line between what's real and what's nightmare just dissolves completely.
The mountain isn't just trying to kill them. It's trying to break their minds first.
It seems like it. In those last moments, they're not just fighting the house or the figures. They're fighting their own perception, asking what was real and what was illusion. The mountain wasn't just claiming their bodies. It was taking their sanity, their identities.
That loss of self.
Yeah.
That's maybe the worst part.
Arguably, yes. It's a fate worse than just dying, that complete mental breakdown under attack.
And then they were just gone.
That night, they disappeared, swallowed, the source says, by the mountain's insatiable hunger.
And afterwards?
The mountain just goes back to being silent and still, like nothing ever happened. Which is maybe the most chilling part. Its power is so immense it just erases them.
But people nearby, they still sense something.
Yeah, the local villagers down at the base, they still whisper about it. Talk about seeing strange lights up there, ghostly figures near the summit, especially on cold, windy nights.
And the property itself.
Still abandoned. A haunted testament, the source calls it. An everlasting tale of horror.
Wow. What a story. It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What does it even mean when the place is the monster? Not just haunted, but actively malevolent.
Right. And how much of what James and Clara went through was genuinely supernatural, and how much was their own minds breaking down under the influence of this oppressive, maybe anciently psychic place? Where's the line?
Exactly. How much was external versus internal horror? And it leaves you wondering, what other kind of darkness is just lying dormant out there under the surface of the world we think we know, just waiting for someone to disturb it?